Much, man. I appreciate you for having me and reaching
Yeah,
out
man.
to me as well,
Yeah,
man. That means a lot to me. Just to know that I took that you were able to take note to me. So,
right.
the feeling's mutual, bro. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to kind of talk to you about what I got
Appreciate it.
going on.
Appreciate it, man. All right, yeah, yeah, man. Cause like I said, I was seeing you on IG and stuff, man. Seeing you, all the shit you were doing, the freestyles, the rapping and stuff. So I started looking and diving a little deeper in what you got going on. I'm like, man, let me reach out to the brother and see if he'd be willing to come on, sit down for a quick interview and stuff like that. So I greatly appreciate you, man. So yeah, let's
So,
jump right into the interview. Let's jump right into the questions. Basically, I basically want to ask, what made you want to get into hip hop? How long you have been doing it? What made you wanted to pursue this as a something that you wanted to take seriously? What was that moment that you realized, like, yo, I want to be in the hip hop game and be a hip hop artist?
yeah. Very long story, so I'm gonna try to keep it as succinct as
Okay,
possible. But to start, I've rapped forever, right?
okay,
I could probably go back to elementary school and find like raps from that early. I've always just been attracted to it,
okay,
always been into music. I come from a music family. My father went to Florida A&M and marched in the Marching 100. So did my sister. So like I played instruments in college, I mean in high school and things like that. So I've always just been music centric, but I think for me I didn't really have any examples of people that made it work,
right,
especially being from the Durham area, as
yeah,
we talked about earlier. So for a while, I just did it on the side, didn't really take it seriously, and I just kind of went about my business as you kind of do in North Carolina. I went to
yeah,
college, I went to the Naval Academy, I went
okay,
out, got a job,
yeah,
and things like that. But I think during my journey throughout that, I had rapped the entire time. When I started getting some money, the first thing I did was bought some equipment, set up a
right,
studio. I started to realize like, oh, bro, like you really love this, like for
right,
real. And, I think the moment that you're kind of referring to is it happened for me when I was in the military and everything is going well. I've done everything that you're supposed to do as an adult in this world.
thanks,
But I still was a bit unhappy with things, although everything was, looking beautiful. And I had to really ask myself, like, bro, what are you gonna do or what can you do that regardless of if it's going good or bad, like what do you want to do with your life
yeah,
essentially? And I really tried to find a bunch of other answers.
okay.
Ended up settling on music and hip hop. That's when I really made a decision to take it seriously.
Okay. All right. So basically to go into like I guess the segue, piggyback off that, as an independent artist, making your way, what would you say is your biggest challenge as far as like, grinding it out in this game, like in today's era in 2026? What would you think would be the biggest challenge that you face?
There's a lot of challenges for sure. I would say I think the biggest one is finding a team. I've spent a lot of time building these skills. I kind of do everything. I can record myself. I've invested in the equipment. I know how to edit videos. Like I do everything. And
Okay.
so finding people that, have that same amount of passion. I think there are you see a ton of people that will tell you like, hey, I want to be a part of this, but
Yeah.
yeah, but they don't put in the time. And it's very clear to me because I have these skills, like right, you're not putting in the time, you don't really know
Want to
what you're
do it.
doing.
Right,
Like, yeah,
right.
you don't know, you're not trying to get to it. So I think finding people that are serious
Right.
about trying to build something and that can really recognize like the value of being a part of something like what I'm trying to build as
Yeah.
well. Like I think everybody wins in that situation, but it's been a little bit difficult for me to find people as serious about it as I am.
Yeah. Yeah, I can contest to that because it's just we in the same boat. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing like independent journalism, as you whatever you want to call it, interviewing and stuff. So it's the same thing. You're an independent artist. I'm an independent media, whatever you want to call it nowadays. So it's the
Yeah.
same thing. It's the same grind. Like you said, sometimes you're a one man team, 2-person team type of thing. You got to edit, you got to record yourself, you got to, you got to do all that kind of stuff. So
Mhm.
finding the right person and the right people that really take it seriously and like you said, get the vision and want to do it, that shit it's hard. You know what I'm saying? It's
Hard.
not easy. You know what I'm saying? Because, like you said, people will say they want to do it, but you'll find out real quick, like, nah, you know what I'm saying? They ain't serious. They don't want to put in that time and work to make it happen.
Exactly.
I
Exactly.
get you. I agree with that. So how would you describe your sound to someone that never heard your music before?
Oof. A lot of people try to put me in the conscious box. I vehemently disagree with that. I do talk about real things, but I'm also like a very like I like nice things too, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
like to rap about nice things as well, but I just think that the type of beats that I choose sometimes and the way that I flow, people just say conscious. But I think I'm just somebody that really encapsulates like the kind of middle class black experience, because I've worked myself into that as myself as an adult. You know what I mean? And so I kind of, like I said, I went to college. I've done everything that I'm supposed to do, and I kind of just speak from that perspective of somebody that kind of got it right along the way, and I can kind of make it sound as dope as I want to, but I also talk about the struggles of it. And I think I'm just a very highly lyrical person. Like I am an incredible rapper. That's the ego coming out a little bit,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
am like,
You gotta do it. You gotta
I
be.
am very good at what I do. So, you're gonna get my experience, but sometimes you're just gonna get very high level quadruple entendre type rap. Like that's just my bag.
What you
So
do, that's what you do. I like that,
yeah.
man. Lyrical rap, you know what I'm saying? So that's what's up. That's a great answer, by the way. I like that. What does your creative process look like? I guess from idea to finished track. Like what do you start with as far as production, writing? Like what does it look like when you come up with the concept of a song that you wanna lay down? Like how do you start that from, concept to finished track?
Yeah, it's different every time. I go by the motto of give yourself the opportunity to be creative every day. So
Like
I'm in
that.
my studio now.
Yeah, I like
A
the
lot of the
studio.
times I appreciate it, but
Yeah, I like that.
a lot of the times I'll just go through beats and wait for something to happen.
Okay.
And that's like the main way I get things done. I just make sure I set aside some time every day to just get in the studio and just play some beats. Sometimes I write a great song, sometimes nothing happens at all. But
Yeah.
I'm just giving myself the opportunity. But one of the more fun and challenging things for me to do is like I'll have a concept just hit me. Like I have friends and we call them like universal downloads or like downloads from God where like a concept will just hit you. It'll just
Yeah, yeah.
random day. And I like to sometimes not even do anything when the concept itself comes. I'll just say, okay, this is a concept that I'm thinking about writing, and then I'll live life. And as I live life throughout the day, random bars will just start hitting me over the course of 2 or 3 days or whatever. And then when I come and sit down and write, I kind of either put in my voice notes or my notes, and then it's kind of like a puzzle piece, and you're just making them connect at that point. And that's like most of my better songs or like the deeply conceptual songs happen like that, where it's like I'm just living with the concept for days and it's just coming to me as I live.
Okay.
But I'm always in a state of creativity. I'm always just jotting down random bars that come to me in the gym, at work, in school. But it don't matter.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just always happening. So it's kind of a culmination of all of those things.
Okay. All right. That's what's up. That's dope, man. So I guess to piggyback into that, I see that you released your latest project that came out last month,
Yeah,
sometime in
February.
February, open
Yeah.
session. What was your process on that? Like, we want to discuss that a little bit, talk about it. I see that it's not long, 7 songs, 20 minutes. Something to ride to, something to
Yeah.
get into real quick. What was your process? Was like making that project?
Yeah, I mean, with that's not a conceptual album. It's just I'm trying to increase volume, increase output, right? And
Okay, yeah,
so Open Session is really just a result of exactly what I've talked about. Like I sit here, I make a lot of music, and sometimes I'll just record, and be like, okay, I think we got a solid. Or like my homeboys will even be like, hey, you got enough. Like it's time to go.
yeah,
And that's kind of what this was. My biggest focus for this year is just increasing output
yeah.
and being visible, staying in
Right.
people's face.
Facts.
And so Open Session is the first iteration of that. Dope songs on there, kind of just getting into my lifestyle, like I said, kind of the things that I described to you. But it's just my first attempt at like really going high volume with it.
Oh, yeah.
I plan to do something again in the next month or two, and kind of keep going from there.
Yeah. Yeah, facts. Yeah, Blitz it, man. Keep it going. Keep the music out. It's kind of like how Master P used to do back in the day. What Griselda do today, like West Side Gun.
Yeah,
It seemed like he dropped like 5 or 6 projects a year. There was,
exactly.
he's always constantly, in your face and putting out music and staying. The Alchemist is another person I think that does that really well.
Absolutely.
They Yeah, go ahead. They are very aggressive with how they approach things and stand in front of people.
And I think in the landscape of music today, like, you have to do that.
Yeah,
And really, now I've studied, like, just hip hop in general. I don't think there are a lot of artists that have escaped doing that. Like, everybody wants to, some people have schools of thought to, like, push a single for a year or something like that. But if you look at basically any artist, like Lil Wayne, Gucci,
yeah,
like, bro, people been blitzing for a long time. Even
yeah,
like Cole, like, yeah, he might drop one tape a year, but the warm up and stuff got like 20 something songs on there. Like, these
yeah,
people are dropping a lot of music to
yeah,
you, and it changes the way you consume it. But like I said, I just in my research and in my studies, I've realized, like, you can't escape putting out a whole lot of music. Like, people got to know you serious, especially in this market where everybody's trying to do it. Like, how are you going to set yourself apart? You got
yeah,
to do this over and over and over
yeah, yeah.
again. So
Yeah, and another thing on that as well, especially like you said, in today's climate, people forget. People got like short attention spans. And like you said, so many different people doing what I do,
mhm.
rapping, singing, like doing everything. It's a lot of people that's making content. It's all content at the end of the day.
Yeah,
So you have to stay consistent. You have to put out content, and you have to stay in front of people. Like,
for sure.
no matter if you get 1 view, 2 views, or whatever, you know it's better than nothing, or better than making one video or one song or one album one in January and don't hear from you again until, what I'm saying, September or something.
Yeah, for
Like, you
sure.
you behind the curve at that point. And that's the
Absolutely.
same for me as well. Doing one video or something every 6 months. Like, yo,
Yeah.
you gonna get left behind. Like, you
No, for
not
sure.
it's no consistency, and it shows. And so especially with the social media and stuff like that in this day and age, you have to approach it like that. You have to.
And I've
Yeah.
been that guy. Don't get me wrong. Like, I've dropped one album a year for years, and I'm like, okay, this isn't working.
Nice.
Like, this is kind
Yeah.
of me realizing, like, oh, I probably got to be a little bit more visible. So I've been on both sides, and I think this is the way we got to do things.
Okay. Facts, facts. I love that. I love that. So which one of your songs out of the many projects that you have and that you have recorded throughout the years that you resonate most to you, that really means the most to you, and why? Like, do you have a certain song like, yeah, that song right there means the most to me? Is what I was feeling a certain way. I wrote this for whatever reason or what have you. Do you have that song?
Man, I dropped a project in 2024 called Crack for Sale.
Okay.
And I would say the song name Crack for Sale probably is that. And it's not even, I just feel like that's me, like, at my best, at my peak. I kinda just tied in a bunch of concepts of being Black, in my experience and what that meant to me. I'm really not doing a great job of describing this, but, like,
Nah, you good. You good.
I don't know. I just would say you have to go play that song, and I think you'll understand what I mean. But I think when I think of the songs that I've written over time, that's just me at my best in terms of the quality and just my ability to draw parallels between things in life and use it to describe how I feel and really the state of the Black community at that time. So
Okay.
I would say that one.
You will say that one. That's dope, man. I
Yeah.
like that. I like that. Okay, so basically, I guess my next question kind of plays off what we talked about previously just a while ago.
Mhm.
Back. What strategies are you currently using, to grow your fan base and to promote your music? I know, of course, the social media platforms, all, YouTube, all your platforms and your music. Like, what strategies are you currently using? Are you using paid ads and word of mouth marketing and stuff like that to grow your fan base without a major label? Like, anything you're using?
Yeah. Listen, as we talked
Okay.
about, paid ads. I am big on that.
Okay. You big on that?
Yeah, I spend
Okay.
a lot. I'm kinda like right now, I'm in like a pretty constant, like $20-ish a day on
Okay.
ads. But I've been doing that for like the past couple months, and it's been paying dividends for me, truthfully, in terms of just getting my
Yeah.
word out there
I
and
saw one of your ads. I saw it a couple
exactly.
times. So it's
Exactly. Here
working.
we are. Like, I was out last night, and somebody was like, "Yo, I'm starting to get recognized." Like
Yeah,
just
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So it's definitely paying dividends, and it's one of those things where like, yeah, I'm not, the money ain't coming back right now, but the
Yeah, yeah.
awareness is there, and it goes back to kind of what we were talking about with, you just got to stay in people's face. If I'm not posting a lot, I'm definitely running an ad every day and getting to more people, but also trying to increase my quality. I invested in a better camera, studied more skills in terms of the video editing. And I'm also trying to expand my brand as a person, right? So I'm into hats. I
Okay.
make hat content, stuff like that. I'm into fragrances, which I saw you wear as well. I kind of want to get into that at some
Yeah,
point.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, kind of getting into the fragrances as well, and just like, so maybe if I'm not doing like a heavy music promotion right now, I'm posting about hats, or I'm posting about like what fragrances I'm wearing and things like that. So just trying to, again, just stay in people's face and really sell myself as a person is really the strategy that I'm on.
That's what's up. I like that, man. I saw that you were talking about hats and fragrances and stuff like that. I was like, okay, okay, I see that. I definitely have to ask them about that. What
No, for sure.
you definitely gonna get to that for sure, man. So, what do you think the rap game, the industry is missing right now, and how do you fill that gap, in your opinion?
Yeah, great question. I think that we're kind of at a point in hip hop right now where we've heard most of the Black experience. Um, and if you want to hear a specific subset of the Black experience, there's somebody out there that does it at a very high level. If you want to know what it's like to be a conscious kid from Compton, you got Kendrick. If you want to know how it is to be a guy from Fayetteville, you got Cole, New York. You know what I'm saying? I think
Yeah,
we're at a point where we've heard people describe their life at the highest level, and there are not many more experiences to talk about. And I think my greatest asset is my experience and my ability to talk about different things. I'm like, what if Kendrick went to college, or what if J. Cole like finished college and went out and really worked and got a job? Like, what is his perspective like at that point? And I don't think I know there's not a perspective like that in music today. And so that's how I feel like I feel that gap. I just think my biggest asset is my life. Like I went to the Naval Academy. I
yeah,
grew up as an athlete. Like it's just nobody can talk about the things that I talk about. And again, like I've reached a point of, I think, pretty good, pretty decent success as an adult. And
yeah,
I did it without selling dope, but none of the crazy
yeah,
stuff
yeah,
that a
yeah,
lot of
yeah.
people talk about. And I just haven't seen a rapper kind of like, again, that worked himself to that middle class before he even said, I'm gonna go rap. And so I just think it's a different perspective to rap from, and something that I think people like me would appreciate.
Nice. That's what's up, man. I love that, man. If you had unlimited resources, like what would be the first move that you would make for your career to, I guess, to advance it, to enhance it? Like what would you do? Would you put the money in working with more established producers or taking that meeting with Jay-Z? What
Nah,
would you do?
I definitely wouldn't, try to punch above. Like, I don't really believe in that, paying for the features, and
Yeah, 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 yeah.
even like working for working with producers that are a little bit further ahead. I think it's more value in just building with the people that you have available to you.
Okay.
Um, I think that I would, if money didn't matter and profit didn't matter, I would open a studio, like a commercial studio space, but like really, put the resources into that, because I think it just allows for a place. So obviously, I want myself to blow up, but I really have like a deep love for North Carolina
Right.
in totality. So I want to be able. I think I would build a space that a lot of other creatives could meet and record at the highest level, at the industry standard level, which is very different from a lot of what is available. But I kinda, again, I have an engineering background as well, but, so
Okay.
I
You
kinda
got it
know,
all.
like, yeah, slick. I kinda know, like, what we need and what's missing here in terms of the quality, and I think I would that's the first thing I would do, is make that studio, and also it would allow me to collaborate with more people too, because I don't want everybody in my house.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Facts, facts.
So but I think, just being able to create that space and allowing people to come through and work would probably be the first thing I do.
Okay, I like that, man. I like that. That's what's up. Great answer. And I guess my final one, you answered these pretty well and fast, man. I guess one of my final questions that I have before we pretty much, I guess, move on to something else. How do you balance staying true to your artistry and stuff like that, trying to break through? Some people get, they be trying to get that radio hit and they start switching up their sound, going for a commercial sellout sound or whatever people want to call it. That's not them. Like, how do you stay true to that and
Yeah, I don't listen
still?
to anybody.
Yeah. Okay.
Like I said, like even in, probably when the ads you saw out the way, like I say it,
Mhm.
like I don't like fuck your feedback. Like you not doing nothing.
I like that.
Like and I again I know that I studied this very deeply. Like I lived, breathed rap. So I know what I'm talking about. I trust what I'm doing and I understand the game that I'm playing. I think a lot of people don't even understand the different types of games that you could play. I think everybody believes that the only game you can play in hip hop is that radio hit. But bro, I listen to Bodie James, I listen to Ransom, I listen to Larry June. I
Right.
know that there is a very different game
Yeah.
that you can play in this joint. And it might not look like arenas, but
Yeah.
maybe
Yeah.
maybe it's a 1,500 cat venue in 50 cities. Like
Yeah.
you're still a millionaire if you're doing
Yeah. I was
that.
just about to say. I was just about to say. Yeah.
So I understand the game that I'm playing and I understand the market that I'm trying to reach. And kind of to your point about even how you found me, like it's working.
Yeah. Work.
Yeah, and I'm just being myself. So it's no reason to change that. It's no reason to try to get that radio hit. I could care less. I understand that my demographic is like 25 to 45-year-old men.
Right.
Why am I gonna make a song for women? You know what I'm saying? Like I just get it. I just know what I'm doing and I know what's working for me. So
Yeah. Yeah. And
yeah.
that's so important. You have to know your demographic. You have to know your fan base and how else you gonna market. All the big companies do this. They know
Yeah.
that's when they spend the money, they don't just throw the money out there. They do the research. They know who they marketing to. It's no secret why if you're watching YouTube or you watching this TV show or you watching this action movie, they're not gonna show you no baby, what I'm saying, no baby content during that time. They know
Exactly.
normally gonna show you beer commercial. They know men are watching. If you watching football, they're gonna show you like beer, or they're gonna show you something like chicken wing. So 'cause they know that more men are watching right now, and that's by design. Or they might
Exactly.
show a car commercial. You know what I'm saying? During that time slot, they're not gonna show you something marketing towards kids while it's 10 o'clock at night, where they know most men, like you said, between certain demographics are watching at that time. So as us as independent content creators and artists and stuff, we have to do the same thing. We got to know our audience. We got to know who we marketing to, and that's how you get in the door. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't be, like you said, you doing paid ads. You got to know who you sending this money out to. You know what
Exactly.
I'm saying? Who you paying it to? You know what I'm saying? Facebook, IG, whoever, Meta, they're gonna take your money. They don't care. It's your job to do the research. But you got to know your audience. So I love how you said that, you know what I'm saying? Because the big companies, of course, they've been doing it for hundreds of years, knowing who to market to and stuff like that. So yeah, man, I love that, man. So yeah, man, you definitely doing your thing with this, man. I love what you're doing, man. It's been great, bro. Like I said, 'cause I saw your ad. I saw you. I think you was outside rapping by the car, I think. And this
Yeah.
one of your ads? Yeah,
Yeah, it is.
I saw you. I saw you doing that. So I guess another question, what are some of your influences? Like I know, the wall behind me, I got some of the greats, behind
Yeah,
me.
I'm looking at it. Yeah.
Yeah, do you have any influences, from back in the day or even right now? Who are you feeling right now? Anybody in the rap game that you look up to?
Yeah, I would say my earliest influence was probably Nas, who was
Nice.
somebody that for so many years, if you ask me my top 5, I would always kind of forget him, but, I kinda went back into his discography and was like, "Man, I know all the words to all these songs on his albums,"
Yeah,
and obviously a lot of his discography was happening, when I was young, and those were the albums I was buying, like Godson, Street's
yeah,
Disciple, Stillmatic, all those things are what I came up on. And so I think my earliest influence was Nas. And then once I like started to understand what I like more, it definitely became a Kendrick. I've been a big Kendrick fan
Yeah, me too.
since college. Freddie Gibbs, love
Okay, yeah,
him.
yeah, Freddie.
And somebody that probably surprised a lot of people is 2 Chainz. I love 2 Chainz as well. I've always understood him. I remember it was a time where you either loved 2 Chainz or you thought he was the worst rapper of all time. Like, but I think I always could find the intelligence through like his raps and the way he jokes. Like, and I think that's what I get from him sometimes is the jokes. Like in McSorley, I talked about like letting my bald head flow in the wind. Like it's aerodynamic. Like it's just like a joke. But I
Yeah,
get that from 2 Chainz because 2
yeah, yeah,
Chainz,
yeah.
like,
I like
plays
2
a
Chainz.
lot in
I
his
like 2
music,
Chainz. I like 2
and
Chainz.
I think he's getting a lot more of the respect he deserves since his project with Larry June and Alchemist
Yeah,
as a
love that.
lyricist, but he's somebody that I've respected like that since he came out. So I would definitely name those amongst many, many others.
Okay, okay, that's dope. Far as producers on the producer side, who any producers that you rocking with, you inspired by some of the greats, or even the people from today's time. Anybody?
Yeah, I love what Alchemist is doing
Yeah, yeah.
and what
I'm
Alchemist
a
has
big
done.
Alchemist. Yeah, I'm a big
Yeah,
Alchemist fan.
yeah, and, again, I did say I don't wanna punch above my weight class, but when I'm there, like Alchemist, I'm gonna be knocking at his door because he can't do no wrong
Yeah,
in
Alchemist.
my eyes, and he's just working a lot of the artists that I listen to today, like I said, like the Boldy Chains, I'm really into like Rock Marciano and all those type of guys, and they all work with Alchemist, so he's the first one that comes to mind.
Alchemist is dope, man. In my opinion, I think he's a top 10 producer of all time, hip hop producer. In my
Yeah,
opinion, I think
I don't
he is.
I don't
I
think
think he
I
is.
don't think that's crazy.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of people. Yeah, a lot of people might be like, "What?" Nah, I
Mm,
think all time. I think the Alchemist is a top 10 hip hop producer, and like you said, I don't think that's a reach. I don't think that's crazy at all to say
no,
that. Look at the resume, man. He don't work with some of the greats, the big, and he's still doing his thing, man. So
for
yeah,
sure.
I love that, bro. And you got great taste in hip hop, man. I like that.
I appreciate it, man.
You know your stuff, man. Well,
Appreciate
all
it.
right, man. So before I, let you go, man, everything like that, the fragrances and stuff like that. I know we share that in
Yeah.
common. Matter of fact, I got one right here. I'm wearing right here today. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you can see. You probably can't see it. Parfums,
Okay.
Boris Imperial. I think that what
Well,
is it
okay.
called?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I like this, man. I'm really
Okay.
rocking this, man. I've been rocking this during the summer and the spring and summer months. Yeah, this get a lot white t-shirt approved right here, man. This
Okay,
this
okay,
this one, and it's not that expensive either. It's probably like $90, I think.
okay. You
Yeah,
said
I
it's
think
Initio?
yeah, Initio Parfums.
Got you.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, I'll check that out. I
yeah,
think,
Quincy B. Yeah, Boris Imperial. I think that's how you pronounce it. Yeah, definitely, man. For the spring and summertime, yeah, I'm rocking that one, man. Do you have
word.
a favorite fragrance? Anything that you rocking that you'll go to?
Well, what I got on, and I'm crazy, I be wearing cologne in the house, but,
Me too. Yeah, I do that.
I think before I started this, I went La Macete, by Louis Vuitton.
Okay, I got
So
that one. All right,
okay,
nice.
yeah. That was my I don't know what started me for real, but, that was my first Louis Vuitton for sure. And now I'm up to, like I got the Ombre Nomad, I got Lover as well. Yeah, so as it's getting warm, I'm definitely gonna be going to Monte. I like Gender Fluidity Silver for
I
the
don't have that one. I don't have that. I got to get that one.
bruh, that's like it's just white t-shirt every day.
I heard.
Every
I
day.
heard. I heard it
Yeah.
was. I heard it was nice. I heard good
Yeah.
things about that one.
Yeah, so I'm probably gonna be somewhere between all 3 of them, like, or all of those for sure.
Okay, yeah, I'm a big LV kind of guy. I got
Okay.
5 in my collection so
Okay.
far. I think I'm done with the house for right now. I probably get because I got Imagination, Lovers, L'Immensité, Meteor,
Yep.
and Ombre Nomad. Yeah.
Okay.
So
So you got basically the same thing except for I
yeah.
don't have Imagination or a Meteor yet, but I'm actually about to go to over to Europe for a couple weeks, and,
Nice.
I think my plan is to get Imagination over there. I got a sample of it, and I was like, "Yeah, I understand why everybody has it." Like
Imagination is nice, and it's a
yeah.
compliment getter too, man. It's a
Nah, for
compliment
sure.
getter. People like that. What they call it. When you leave the room, it's still there. Like your
Yeah.
scent trail, like it's nice. I guess it's the black tea note that's in it. Yeah, I
Mhm.
guess that stands out. People love it, and I know women gravitate towards it as well. So,
Mm.
like I said, I think it's the black T note that's in it, in my opinion. But Imagination is real nice, man. LB is one of my favorite houses. Do you have any other house that you rock with? I'm a Creed guy too. I like Creed,
Really?
Tom Ford.
Okay, well, good question. Because I have, like, a whole plan because honestly, in Europe, you can get some of these fragrances for, like, half off.
Yeah,
So I'm really, like, gonna probably spend more than I should out there on fragrances.
yeah, man, run it
And
up.
and another thing I'm planning on doing actually is getting a Creed. I have a Ventus. It's okay to me. Like it's cool. Yeah, it's cool. I don't grab it that much, honestly. But I'm thinking about jumping into Green Irish Tweed. I don't know if you have
Okay.
that one or
I
ever.
don't have I don't have a green Irish tweet.
Okay.
I tried it back years ago, and
Okay.
I wasn't that, my nose wasn't that developed. I really wasn't feeling it. I need to go
Mhm.
revisit it though. It's like 2018. I haven't smelled it since.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's gonna. I mean, honestly, it's gonna be blind for me. I'm pretty much doing it at this point.
Okay,
But I think for what I've seen, I think I'll like it. I have smelled Millesime Imperial
I got that one.
before as well. I like that one
Yeah, I got that
too.
one.
I
They
may
say that's Jay-Z signature scent. That's what they say.
really?
Yeah, that's what they say. I don't know if it's true, but it's like
I didn't
that's
know
his
that.
signature scent. Yeah, Millicent Imperial. That's what they say.
Okay. You say you had that one too?
They say actually him and Beyonce wear it, but I don't know. Yeah, that's what they say because it could be unisex. I could see a female pulling it off, but
No, for sure. No,
yeah, but
definitely.
they say it's his scent though. That's what he wear, but
You
yeah,
might, you might pull my leg on that one too. It don't take much. It's,
yeah, that gold bottle, Yeah, I
yeah.
got that one.
Yeah, but yeah, Creed, I like MFK. So the Gentle Fluidity, I think I have 3 from them. Gentle Fluidity, Grand Soir, and
Yeah, I got Grand
Ooh,
Swan.
yeah, I grabbed that one a lot.
Satin Mood,
And that
Mood.
Satin
Yeah,
Mood. Yep,
yeah, I got
yep,
that one.
grabbed that one too. I wore that yesterday, matter of fact, and
Nice.
compliment getting it as well. So I think I like MFK
I like it.
as
Okay.
well.
Okay, nice, nice. Yeah, it's a lot of houses out there, man, like niche,
Yeah.
designer. My favorite designer houses, I would say Tom Ford, LV, and YSL. If I had
Okay.
to give the top three, I'll rock to me, you know what I'm saying? They got you covered. Tom Ford more for the wintertime, you
Yeah.
make a lot of, stuff that's more heavier. But a lot of people don't like Tom Ford, you know what I'm saying?
I got a couple.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people like, man, they don't like, and I get it. Tom Ford is like a more of an acquired taste. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
It's more polarizing. You're either gonna like it or you're gonna love it. You either gonna love it or hate it. You know what I'm saying? So I got a few Tom Fords in my collection. So I ain't got a crazy. I mean, I got like about 60. I got about 60
Okay.
bottles. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are like, that's a lot, but
It
it
is a lot.
is.
That's
But
like and that's
compared
more than
to
me. I just started, like,
okay,
probably, like, a year or 2 ago. So I'm, like, at 30-ish or
okay,
something. But
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. And that's a lot. A lot of people are like, it is a lot of, but
No,
I'm like,
people tell
if
me
you
I got a lot right now.
yeah, if you look at these people that's in the fragrance, they got 2, 3, 400, 5, even
Yeah.
more bottles and
No,
stuff like that.
definitely.
So I follow a lot of them on YouTube. The Bowtie Fragrance guy, Black Brother,
Me too. I
Big
know
Beard
exactly what
Business.
you're talking about.
Yeah, Big Beard Business.
Yep.
Some more guys in the yeah. I've been following them for a minute now,
Yep.
man. Kevin Samuels,
I
God rest
just
his soul.
realized he was
Yeah, that's
into
where he
the
started at. That's where he started
yeah.
before he became the relationship dude. I was watching him as a fragrance guy in
Yeah.
2016, 2017.
Wow.
That's all he used to talk about was fragrances. That's how he started. And then he, transitioned and blew up. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's where he started at being a fragrance and talking about fashion and
Yeah.
stuff. So yeah, man, I got a lot of game from them brothers.
We watch the same people. It
Yeah,
seems
yeah,
like our
yeah, yeah.
YouTube algorithms is probably the
Yeah,
exact
the
same.
same, bro. So yeah, I'm definitely a fragrance dude. But yeah, man, if you get a chance, man, definitely try this one, man.
I
This
will.
is nice, crisp, clean. As you can see, I don't know if you can
Yeah,
see it,
yeah,
but
no,
the
you got a
bottle.
nice little dent in it. For
I've been
sure.
I've been abusing this, man. I bought
Yeah.
it like last year sometime, but I wear it year round, but definitely get a lot of play during the warmer months, spring, summertime. You know what I'm saying? You got something, lighter on, white t-shirt, something like that.
Okay.
I think you might like it. I think you might like it.
No,
Very
I
crisp,
probably
cool.
will. And it
I
don't
think you
take
might like
much
it.
to convince me, so I'll probably
And
go.
like I said, it's not gonna kill your pockets either. It's not
Okay.
gonna kill your like I said, I can't remember, but it's definitely under $100. And
Okay.
that's with tax. That's with tax. It's
Wow,
under 100.
yes.
Yeah, so it ain't gonna kill your pocket. Nice little niche. But yeah, man, like I said, I ain't gonna hold you too long, man. What you got planned for the rest of your day?
like I said, I'm flying out to go to Ireland on
Oh,
Monday,
okay.
so I'm
So you
just gonna
getting ready
be
for that?
getting ready for that, kinda adding to the hat obsession. I saw the Durham Bulls put out some hats a couple days ago. I'm probably gonna slide to Durham and get them real
Nice.
quick before I go out, and then, I do wanna record a little bit of the music that I got written just so I got something to listen to while I'm over there and kinda start mixing them and like I said, get ready to drop something else pretty soon, so
Nice. I love that. I love
that's all
that,
I
man.
got.
That's what's up, man. I got seeing you a hat, man. I'll be doing my brand and stuff like that, man. So
Yeah,
yeah,
for
I
sure. No,
gotta
I please
yeah,
do. I'll
yeah,
definitely wear it.
I got some stuff coming, man. Yeah, I appreciate that, man. Like I said, we definitely got to work together, man. Whatever, man. I'm like I said, I'm a real dude. I'm a cool dude, man.
No, for sure. I can
I'm
tell.
real solid, man. I'm real solid dude, man. So if it's something I can help you with, bro, don't hesitate to ask me, man.
Yeah,
I'm
the
not one of
same
them
the same
people.
for me too.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not one of them people, man. I'm not no gatekeeper. I'm not one of them niggas. You know what I'm saying? Mothers don't want to, share because they think somebody might take their spot or whatever, whatever, man. I'm not one of them people. So if you need anything or need any help, if I can help you with it, bro, definitely let me know for sure.
Will do for sure,
For
bro. I
sure, man.
appreciate that. And
Yeah,
like
man.
I said, same thing to you as well.
Yeah, appreciate that, man. Thank you. But yeah, man, I'll let you go ahead and enjoy the rest of your day, man. I appreciate the interview, man. Thank you so much for coming on, man.